Hello! Welcome back to the channel, my fellow pirates and adventurers. I know I'm a day late. Had some things come up. Should have said something that's on me. I was being lazy yesterday, so today I'm going to make up for it by doing a post on Sunday. And we'll be continuing where we left off previously from the Mario is mental part. And, honestly, it's going to be interesting seeing this after like so many years. This second part just solidified a lot of different things about my thoughts about Mario, and so it's going to be interesting. So let's go ahead and grab a snack and take a look into the past, shall we?
All rise. The trial of Mario Jumpman Mario continues. Witness for the prosecution. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where we, get this, theorize about games. Shocking, I know. But seriously, if this was The Matrix, by watching this show, you'd be choosing the red pill. And that would make me Lawrence Fishburne, but white. Anyway, racial insensitivity aside, as a lifelong Nintendo fan, no topic has gotten me more fired up than this one. The true nature of Mario. Trust me, it gives me no pleasure to tell you that Mario is an opportunistic animal abuser or cruel, unfeeling brother like I did in part 1 of this duology, but the truth has been hidden from us long enough. Electrocuting baby apes, trampling his brother's victories, these aren't necessary for saving the Mushroom Kingdom. Instead, these are the moments that show his true personality, the one hidden behind his plastered-on smile and joyful Yahoo! And while last episode started the sin counter, we're far from through as we dig through Mario's betrayal of both the woman and country he's trying to save. By the end, we'll have a pretty strong and surprising diagnosis of what's going on inside the head of gaming's biggest mascot. So let's talk for a minute about Mario the Man-Whore. Sure, we all know that Princess Peach...
Crap. That still gets me. I'm like, man. That's crazy.
Peach is Mario's main
It's crazy.
now, but it's easy to overlook his flings with other women. Take, for instance, Pauline. The girl stranded atop the girders in Donkey Kong may appear to have the same fashion sense as the Toadstool Princess, but one look at the promotional box art of our damsel in distress shows us that Pauline is a very different type of gal. Wearing tight, low-cut red dresses, Pauline is certainly a departure from the buttoned-up, kiss-on-the-cheek-prone Peach.
Oh, Mario.
And yes, while Pauline and Mario were in love long before Mario's adventures in the Mushroom Kingdom began, the feelings that drive a man to leap over anthropomorphic fireballs to rescue his ladylove die hard. Case in point, the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series, where, after years of absence, Pauline makes her grand return as Mario's quote-unquote special guest. For those of you unfamiliar with this more obscure series, Mario is debuting a new theme park based around his hit toy line, and his VIP guest at the ribbon cutting is Pauline. No signs of Peach anywhere. Now, as a committed man myself, I speak with authority when I say you do not invite another woman as your date to any sort of function ever, especially if she is a former girlfriend. Later in Mini-Land Main...
That's very, very interesting. I'm like I said, I was like 13, 14, maybe a little younger than that. I didn't really get the concept of what was going on here. Probably 13 or 14, maybe even 12. I can't remember. When did this come out? I'm going to check real quick. Don't mind the man behind the curtain. Mind the man behind the curtain. 12 years ago, so that's 2014. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I was 14 years old. I couldn't really comprehend what he was really talking about. Sorry, snack break. And what bothered me is it's like, okay, so it's just one case. It doesn't seem all that big of a deal, and then the next one shows up, and it's like, the next case happens. I'm like, what? Hold on. Our red plumber guy is bouncing to gal to gal. Man's getting rebounds. It's bad. Can't believe I just said that about Mario.
Toy modeled after her. There's no Peach toy. And speaking of old habits,
nope, not at all.
When DK kidnaps her and Mario comes to the rescue, she refers to him as her hero. If there were any more red flags flying in this situation, I'd say that this was a communist conspiracy. Oh wait, and before you leave waves of comments about this being either before or after a Peach Mario celebrity breakup, timelines agree that the MVDK series takes place
that bull crap.
time as New Super Mario and Super Mario RPG, a point in time when Mario is very clearly committed to the Princess and King. And even if you don't believe in Mario timelines, Nintendo has gone on record saying that this DK is an ancestor to this one. So clearly some time has passed with these two maintaining a very close relationship. Sorry, Peach, looks like Mario may be having his cake and eating it too. Aha! But let's not forget Mario.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was a joke.
Daisy. But Daisy is Luigi's girl, I hear you thinking. That's right, I can hear your thoughts. Daisy may be Luigi's girl now, but everyone seems to forget her origin story. Princess of Sarasa Land. She made her first appearance in Super Mario Land for the Game Boy. And yes, while the manual and promotional material may bill this as Mario saving just another princess out of the kindness of his heart, there's no denying what you see in the final scene of the game. Oh, Daisy, Daisy, he cries out.
Look at this. Look at this bullcrap. Why would they set it up that way? Why would they set it up that way? And I'm kind of curious what the Japanese translation for this would be, because this is... And look, this is a game theory video. You don't take everything very seriously. You're here for the fun. And to a middle schooler, or someone that's beginning middle school, this seemed just as serious, but this is fun. This is fun. It's interesting, and it kind of makes it into a soap opera of sorts, if you think about it. It's like the same thing with professional wrestling. Professional wrestling is what they call a man's soap opera. I would call this a gamer's soap opera of sorts, with some interesting ideas laid within it, and not make it just all about the drama, but make it like really, really interesting. And then later on, of course, when he does other videos, he would implement more math and science to it, and mix different things, of course, opening other channels like film theory. But for now, at this point, he just stuck with game theory, and man, I remember really, really liking this video. Like I said previously, it made me turn on Mario for a good bit. And I have a feeling a few others around that age probably did too, when they watched this.
Now, I'm sorry, but that's not how a friend greets another friend. Names only get repeated in romantic settings. Need more proof? Boom! That heart tells you everything you need to know about what's going on here. And once again, timelines list this game as occurring right after this. So very clearly, this is still very much a thing. And wait, this also means that, once again, we see Luigi getting the shaft. Mario dates a woman, tosses her aside, still expects her to play golf with them, and Luigi is left with the sloppy seconds. The hand-me-downs. The girl apparently not good enough to stay in Mario's little harem. So if Mario's crimes against animals and family aren't good enough, it seems he's also an adulterous plumber who can't keep a plunger in his pants. And while crimes of the heart are indeed serious, his ultimate
YouTube was different.
The very
YouTube was different back then, guys.
The dead
Mind that. That's how things were.
Mario is a murderer. This hero of the Mushroom Kingdom has killed hundreds,
What's up? Back to it.
thousands of toads in his quest to save
Oh, I
them
forgot,
from the
yeah.
evil clutches
Smash
of
3DS and Wii U came
Bowser.
out.
Story from the original Super Mario
Was out for a
Brothers.
while.
Quote,
It was out for like 2 years.
The kingdom was invaded by the Koopa, black magic. There we go.
Oh,
The
hold on.
peace-loving mushroom people, aka toads, were turned into mere stones, bricks, and even field horsehair plants, whatever that is, blah-de-blah-de-blah. The only one who can undo the magic is the Princess Toadstool. There
That's
you
crazy.
have it.
That's another thing. When I saw this, I realized how many blocks I broke. How many of those brick blocks I broke while playing on the Wii re-release of All Stars. And I'm like thinking, and I'm reading this with detail, I'm like, wait, what? They were all turned into bricks? And I had no idea. And I'm thinking, every time he hits a brick, he's killing toads. That's kind of crazy. That's wild to think about. And that's a whole detail that was in the original American manual. And I'm kind of wondering if that's also in the Japanese one. So let me know if y'all know anything about that in the comments down below.
Each and every brick you shatter is someone you were supposed to be saving. And the game takes it one step further, rewarding you for killing them, giving you points for each and every block you smash. Earning points for killing people? That's what happens when you play the anti-hero. Games like GTA, Overlord, Prototype, not Mario Brothers. And if the original games were bad, look at his behavior with a Mega Mushroom. Look at his utter lack of concern for anything in his way, knowing full well that each and everything in front of him is an
That's a bit of a stretch, though.
of the kingdom. He even celebrates his massacre when he finishes. And while we're talking about his murderous tendencies, let's talk for a minute about Mario's preferred method of delivering death: crush.
Before we continue, I'm going to add this one other thing. That's a bit of a stretch because it's like nothing really confirms anything that Bowser turned any more toads into bricks or anything. So it's like, that's a detail I just realized. I'm like, I don't know about that.
While the game makes it seem all for fun, it's pretty disturbing when you think about it. In fact, to prove the point, let's get morbid for a second here while I tell you a story. In Southeast Asia, as recently as the late 19th century, a popular form of execution was by elephant. One variation involved elephants trained to crush each and every limb of a prisoner's body.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Shattering the arms and legs, letting the victim slowly suffer as long as possible before finally releasing its full weight onto the victim's head and chest, crushing the bones, spraying brains and viscera everywhere. Now, did that make you uncomfortable? Make you cringe?
Very.
Could you see yourself being repulsed by that sort of thing? Good! Because it's normal for someone to react that way. You know who doesn't? Mario. In fact, he relishes in it, yipping and yee-hawing as he leaps from one flattened corpse to the next. He has no sense of guilt, no sense of remorse. Police officers forced to kill in the line of duty have second
What's going on, Leon?
Soldiers forced to kill on the battlefield
What's up, Snake?
often suffer from PTSD.
Or Big Boss,
Bad
excuse
guys
me.
Or no, Mario should be feeling
Technically, it's both.
anything other than joy, knowing that he's ending the existence of so many
This is
living
crazy.
creatures. You know who else doesn't have any remorse for their crimes? The Joker, Hannibal Lecter, Mr. Hyde, Ted Bundy, Lumberjack Dexter. These are all men with antisocial personality disorder, actual
And I learned
psychopaths.
about
And Mario
this from here,
writing.
this is the
They're
strangest
all
place to learn it.
characterized by their inability to form attachments or have any real empathy for others. Despite being charming and personable on the outside, they hold steady jobs, even have families, girlfriends, but can be impulsive and sexually promiscuous. They're manipulative. They learn to mimic emotions, despite their inability to feel them. They appear normal, happy in every sense, and yet they ruthlessly prey on everyone and everything around them, sacrificing their safety, having no remorse for their actions. Deep down, they're arrogant. And to bring it all the way back around to where these two videos first started, oftentimes the first sign of someone with antisocial personality disorder is their cruelty toward animals. Every single crime we've leveled against Mario across these two videos fits into this diagnosis. Animal cruelty, unloving brother, sexually deviant, remorseless murderer. I can definitively say Mario has antisocial personality disorder.
That's
Behind
crazy.
That plastered-on smile, behind that perpetually happy pizza me is a monster. A man who has proven himself to be a threat to everything and everyone around him. He is no hero. We just haven't stopped to question him until now. Who would have thunk it? Mario, the most successful, unidentified serial killer ever. In the end, though, if you think about it, it makes sense. There was only ever one piece of evidence we really needed to prove Mario's evil intentions. Damn you, blue shells. So, I bet you never knew that about Mario, but click here to hear some more things you probably didn't know about the guy and his games. I know I've been a little harsh on him over the last two videos.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull this down for a second. But yeah, this is kind of interesting. If I'm honest, it's still, like, years later, it is a very intriguing idea. It kind of works here and there. Plus, it's Mario. It's freaking Mario. Come on. It's simple. Jump on the Goomba, eat a mushroom, grow bigger, go save the princess kind of ordeal. And when it comes to something like this, where they try to make it more serious and more involved, or whether it's like out of fun or not, it's a very interesting idea because it goes along and helps create more of a different narrative for Mario, because narrative's not Mario's strong suit, except in maybe a couple of cases. So it's a very interesting idea of how they brought this together and how Matt really made an interesting concept out of this. And yeah, by the way, hold on, there we go. Well, that's interesting. I'm looking at some other videos. We might look at some more game theory videos next time when we have a Saturday available, but this next coming Saturday, just to let you know, will be a cooking video. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Something a little bit simple and easy to do for everybody, and it'll be on no, it won't be on Valentine's Day. It will be that Saturday beforehand. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today, enjoying the past game theory videos. And if you want to be a part of the Bernhardt Pirate Brigade, one second, make sure to leave a like and a subscribe on the video and ring the bell for future uploads. This is the Captain signing off. I bid you adieu. I'm out. Peace.